Hi, how y'all doing? It is Monday, the 15th? I'm not sure. Every day just goes into the other one for me. 16th. Today's the 16th, 2024 of April. So in Ontario, Canada, skies were blue. They didn't do fog today. I posted a thing on Facebook and my Instagram account yesterday on a lot of patents that had been granted in America, in North America, right? For everything you can think of, right? Making clouds, making fog, silver oxide in the clouds, everything that had to do with weather, right? But nobody likes my stuff, but I'm used to it. I am. They're all afraid to be different, to think different, right? And that's proof. That isn't even just conspiracy, it's proof. You can look it up yourself, you know? It is what it is. The Schumann today is 22, so down quite a bit from yesterday, considering it was 78, I believe, right? It was 90 something and then down to in the 70s, so I felt the difference. I woke up in the rise of the pain in my shoulder. I was like, did I sleep wrong or something? Like, did I not roll over or something like that? But it's gone now, so I'm glad. I had to go and drive around a little bit in the rise, take the guy to the bank, then to the grocery store, that's what it was, right? Get some gas in the truck. He wasn't being a narcissist again. People are learning, right, around me to not say narcissistic things to me because I just snap right back at them and not in a negative way. I just set them straight. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to talk to me like that. You know, what's your problem? You know, just point it out to him. So, yeah. And then I usually get an apology a day or two later. It's been a weird energy day again today, but it's the energy's building up. It is. All the astrology's pointing it out. We're going into a square in the astrological sense, right? Don't ask me to explain it because I'm just learning myself. But I go with what I resonate, so that's how I deal with it. Yeah, my son spent a couple of nights at his girlfriend's. He's still there. His cats are okay. I just give him some treats, right? I like to spoil them a little bit, you know. They're not normal felines, right? They're solitary. They just stay in the room the whole time when he's here or when he's not here. The odd time I'll go downstairs and find them sleeping on the sofa downstairs, but yeah, it's not, they're different. They are different. Um, so, you know who got arrested? Klaus Schwab. They got him, but they had him already. He was taken out in 2020. Okay, but they're bringing it to the forward in the consciousness of the people to show us that something's being done. You probably won't see it on mainstream though. You could Google it. You might find it. Right? I never thought about that. Today I spent some time doing a little bit of research on the internet, asking for the ancient peoples of different countries, right? And Sweden, they were melanated people there too, right? Were the ancient people until they got invaded by the Dutch. Yeah, plus their colors yellow and blue. If you probably a lot of you haven't watched my videos from when I first started, and I talked about the color magic, the psychology of colors. You can look it up, right? Psychology of colors. They use colors. It affects our mind, right? Left to right hemispheres of our brain, and talks us into stuff. That's why there's so much color in everything. And yellow and blue is the sign of the cult, and it's all over the world. It is. and white and blue, okay? China's yellow and red, right? They got their colors in their flags too. They like their symbolism, so it's easy for me to pick up. It's getting easier and easier, right, to pick up on it. But different colors exude different moods, different emotions, cravings, stuff like that, right? They're triggers. So, yeah, I wonder what colors are around you. You know, my favorite colors are green. That's my favorite color. And I like the shades of black and white. So, yeah, different. What else? Oh, I was sitting here and I was listening to a video about ancient Egypt, right? Which is in America, down in the States, the Grand Canyon. And it was about Bastet, the goddess Bastet, right? And so I was listening to it. And all of a sudden, I got a light bulb went on, ding, right? My intuition kicked in. And Gina Hill makes videos, and she's been videoing all these circles around the circular things, right? Around the sun. I believe it's the sun. Yeah, right, that's coming out. And they look like planets, okay? And that's what she keeps saying. And then, you know how the veil's coming down, or the veil has come down, it keeps on coming down more, right? Well, what if, okay, the veil's so thin that because above us is just like, I believe, a green screen kind of thing that has been the veil over the real reality about what's up there. This is just a theory, all right? And what if those circles that she's seeing on all the cameras, all the videos she's doing of the sun and the moon and stuff are the planets? That's how the ancients knew where the planets were and the stars without having telescopes and all this high geared tech, right? Because they were there. You just looked up and you could see Venus, you could see Jupiter. They were like the size of our sun and the moon, right? That would be an explanation for why she's seeing all that stuff. Because the veil's thin. Do you get it? Yeah? Just another way to think about it, right? Because I was thinking, what else could it be? Sure, they could all be spaceships, but they could also be planets that we're not used to seeing because of the veil's been over, right? Yeah. The workers outside, I think, are hopefully done now. They poured their cement sidewalks in, covered it all up with tarps so nobody would autograph their name in it. I autographed my name in a piece of sidewalk here in my hometown when I was a teenager, dispatching at my grandfather's taxi stand, right? Taxi company. And I believe it was like 79 or 76. I can't remember, but it's still there, right? Just my initials TK, right? My father nicknamed me TKO, but he gave me that nickname after I did that. So yeah, my mother nicknamed me Terry Ann because one of my middle names is Ann, so she calls me instead of saying Teresa Ann, she calls me Terry Ann, or she called me Terry Ann when she wanted to get my attention, right? I didn't do that to my kids really. Just they short form their names, that's all, you know. But I suppose that's kind of what she did in a way. Not really, but in her mind. So yeah, people are different again today. When I was out, I keep on looking at everybody, right? And to help build my self esteem, right? Because uh, as a young woman, as a child, my mother, my sister, and my grandfather, my uncle, right, used to push me down big time, call me all kinds of names, fat, ugly, and stupid, stuff like this, right? Subterrestrial, you name it, right? And they said it often, right? And this is what happens to the chosen, okay? They can't bear you to shine your light. So they gotta try to grab you by the ankle and drag you down to hell. So, and because I'm so psychic, right? If I look into people's eyes, I automatically know what they're thinking. I've always been able to. And so when I'm out now and about, and people be looking at me because they would be looking at me all the time, right? Men and women, don't matter what age they are, right? So it's like everybody's paying attention to me. It always has been like that. Why's everybody got to be looking at me? You know, that's what I used to ask my ex-husband, my second husband, when I was married to him in my 30s. And I didn't realize it until this year, pretty much, right? Because even my friend pointed it out to me that once you see me, you can't forget me. I stand out in a crowd, stuff like that, because just the way I look, I'm tall, I have hair down to my butt, right? And I shine my light, you know? And I always look this way when I go out into society, or I just have a stone face, or I go, because I really don't want to read people all the time, right? It's not my business what you think of what your opinion of me is, and it's not your business or what my opinion of you is. You get it? So, yeah, I just be people watching. I watch your actions, right? You know? So, yeah. So, now when I look at them, looking at me, I just say to myself, they. It's they, Teresa. It's they. It's the they. It's okay. It's they, right? And now I'd be looking and thinking, I wonder if they're going to change, right? I wonder if anybody's eyes is going to change. Like my neighbor went dark that day, right? It fucking startled me. I was like, ah. I vocalized it. And I was like, oh, you startled me when I seen who it was, right? But I could see this black mass moving before her. I could feel it too. As she, came past the building, and then finally I seen her, and I was like, right? So it's funny, right? If I could do it once, I could do it again. It might be shocking, but I'll just learn to laugh about it, right? And be like, aha, another one, kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that's what this demon face bullshit's all about, okay? Because I looked that up too, right? Images and stuff, and nothing resonated with me. Because there's no demons, no God, no devil, no demons. There's aliens, for fuck's sakes, right? Good ones and bad ones. And if you're vibrating on a high level, you'll be able to tell which ones are which. Because the good ones will give you a feeling of love and peace and protection. And they won't ask you for a damn thing. The opposite of that would be the bad ones, right? Do you know what I mean? That's how I deal with it, right? But yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? Things are changing. So many countries have changed to gold-backed currency and silver and shit like this, right? I seen a video, where was it today? Somebody burnt their stock exchange down. Jeez, I should have wrote it down. It was one of the other countries that we call third world, right? But they weren't. They were just made that way, right? They burnt their stock exchange down. So that's telling you right there. So many people are awake. The news is so fucked, right? They got nothing right. It's just totally a story. Everything they're putting out, right? It's just story after story after story. You know? Yeah. Oh well. People are going to notice, and a lot more people aren't going to work because that's their higher self calling them to get out of the system because it's crumbling. All right? More videos I watch about these cities are getting emptier and emptier around the realm. Businesses that have never been closed down before, streets and streets, blocks of malls and retail stores and all kinds of stuff, all boarded up, closed up, right? So these are all awesome. This is all awesome. It doesn't sound awesome to a lot of people, right? Because of their 3D thinking. But this is just good news. It is, because the old system's corrupt and I don't want it here anymore. Right? I don't. It's gonna be so much better. You will all see. You will. right? Separating the wheat from the chaff. Only the weak will fall, right? The strong will survive, like we always do, right? You can't keep a good man or woman down. You can't. But the weak ones, they'll fall and crumble, right? All your drug addicts, all these people that just because their wife or their husband left them, they turn to alcohol and drugs and they ruin their life and they, yeah, slowly just end themselves, unlive themselves, you know. But yeah, life's much better than that. You either come here to live or you come here to die. I came to live, right? And as soon as this shit is switched around, it's going to be wonderful. We're going to be able to live because I've never truly been able to live. I've kept myself as free as I can from the system, right? Not having a job, not going to high school, not having an education, right? Not having all the toys, all the electronic stuff everybody else does that spies on you. I don't even use those fucking discount cards or membership cards for the grocery store, and different stores have them. They'll ask you if you got your card, right? Like it's not for money. Your points card, I don't even use that because they're fucking tracking you, okay? They know what you buy, when you buy, what time you're going shopping, where you're going shopping, stuff like that. They don't need to know my business, right? So now what I do is if when the cashier put me onto it there the other couple weeks ago, right? She asked me if I had a points card, and I said no, I don't use tracking. And she goes, "Do you mind if I take your points?" I said, "No, go ahead. You can do that." And she goes, "Well, I'm not supposed to, but if you're not going to use them," she goes, "I collect them and then buy stuff for the needy." And I said, "Go ahead. I don't care. Rules are meant to be broken, right?" And she says, "You could ask somebody in like line behind you or whatever, right? You can give your points to them and stuff." I was like, "Good to know. Good to know. Okay, thank you." Right? I never knew you could do that because I don't use tracking. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll see what kind of day tomorrow brings. Right? I'm just gonna relax, watch the Who tube. Right? Who the heck's on it again? I am. Right? Just have a quiet day and a quiet night. I like it that my son's not here. He was gone for 2 years, right? I got used to being alone, being able to talk to myself and not worry who's listening, right? Because he's always got to come back. So yeah, I stick up for myself. Don't worry about it. I tell him to mind his own business. Don't be listening to me talking to myself. Stuff like that. But they're used to it. They grew up with me like this. You know? Yeah. All right, that's enough of that. I hope you're having a good day or night. I do. Send you love, good health, joy, all the good things in life. The best things in life are free. They are a picnic in the park, stuff like that. All right. All right, that's enough. I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.